What's up, everybody? It's your boy Matt, back again with another video. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the thing that's obviously right behind me here on the screen, the random announcement that dropped last night of Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green coming to the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. This has already been highly debated and everything, and we'll get all into that here in a minute. But first off, it's crazy that we are nearing the 30th anniversary. This year is that 30th anniversary of Pokemon. And then you also had these games coming out, and they're 22 years old. They came out in 2004. Insane to think about that we're at this point. I mean, I'm 32, or I'm going to be 32 this year, and Pokemon's going to be 30. It's just been with me my entire life, going back to the Gen 1 games. But these games are the definitive way to play Generation 1 in my mind still to this day. And Generation 3 is probably that generation that I have the absolute most nostalgia for. Just the Game Boy Advanced era games, that was my stuff around when I was like in 4th grade. I was 10 years old. Yeah. So these were the games that were definitely on my mind whenever we've been waiting for these games to come out, right? So Pokemon just randomly announces that they're going to come out a week before the Pokemon Presents happens on Friday, which I'm pretty hyped to see that. That's going to be cool to see. Great date for that press conference. I'll really enjoy seeing that. But they just randomly just dropped this out of nowhere, that these games are coming out as a download code. Or a download on the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 systems. They're not going to be a part of NSO via the Game Boy Advance Classics library. And a lot of people have been discussing that. You know, I mean, I would like that they would have been on the Classics library myself. But I do like the fact that I can purchase them, have them in my downloaded library. They're mine, not tied to the subscription, which is great. And I think the main reason why this happens from a technical standpoint, there's another main reason, of course, but the main reason from a technical standpoint is I don't think Home can connect with NSO games. Now, when Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness come out, and if those have Pokemon Home connectivity, that will be the say, oh, well, they could have done it anyways. That's probably going to be the main reason as to why we're not going to be able to connect, or that's going to be the technical reason as to why these didn't come on NSO. So they're going the 3DS strategy route of the 3DS, of course, had red, yellow, blue, gold, silver, crystal come out on the 3DS. And I bought all those to have them from the eShop, to have them on a 3DS. So that way I have always can go back and play those games, which I'm glad I was able to do that. And when those came out, I think they were priced at $10. These are going to be priced at $20. I think the $20 price tag is maybe a tad bit much, but I think it is like the absolute maximum of what the Pokemon Company thought they could charge for this. Pokemon Company and Nintendo could charge for this, and it be somewhat okay with some people because, honestly, some people thought maybe they could have even been more expensive. But I think $20 is really that spot for them. I think $15 would have been the sweet spot. I don't think $10 is going to be realistic, but $15 would have been nice to see. But $20 from a marketing standpoint, I can see why they went with that price tag. I'll be buying these. And if you don't want to buy those, that's perfectly understandable. If you think that that's too much value, a lot of people say, well, you can emulate phones or emulate these games very easily on modern cell phones. I mean, even a couple years ago, iOS finally got some of these emulators where you can go out and emulate these games on the go on your phone very easily. And that's going to be a lot of people's standpoint there. But to me, I kind of like the fact that I can play it on official Nintendo hardware. I have the Pokemon Home compatibility. That's the main thing for me personally, because I would kind of be bummed if I'm sitting there playing on an emulator and then the Pokemon that I played with are kind of stuck to that emulator. I would like to put them on Home and whatnot. So it'll be fun to revisit these games, especially with me having such an attachment to them. The definitive way in Pokemon Company's mind, it seems, to play Generation 1, even taking out Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, of course. Those are kind of one-off types of deals. But yeah. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, they're coming out next week. The Pokemon Presents will happen next week. I'm excited to see all the different announcements there. We'll see Gen 10. We'll, of course, see all the different mobile game announcements. We'll probably get more on Pokemon Pokopia that comes out a week after the Presents, which I'm excited about that game too. I do wonder if we'll see Coliseum get announced for NSO on the GameCube side. That would be interesting to see. I know we have Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness on the docket. I want to replay those games as well. I love those games. But I don't think we're going to see them announced on the Pokemon Presents quite yet, because they have a lot going on with this coming out next week and then Pokopia coming out 2 weeks from now. So I might be wrong, but it'd be interesting to see that. And of course, like I said, all the mobile game announcements and whatnot. And maybe we'll get some other extra announcement. Maybe Pokemon Champions will get like a dated release for like May or something. That'd be cool. But yeah, so let me know what you think about Pokemon Presents coming up next week. Let me know what you think about Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. Are you going to be buying these at this price? If not, of course, that's fine. Everyone has their own agenda that they have to do with their own money. Spend it how you will. I know I'm going to be playing these next week, and I'm excited to do that. And I'm excited to kind of see, this might be kind of the test to see what they're going to do with all these old Game Boy Advance games. So I'm sure these are going to do pretty well for them. And then after that, we could see Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I'd be very excited to play Emerald again. Because some of these games are just so expensive to play on the cartridge now. They've gone up in price so much over the past couple years with everything going on with the state of the hobby, as you will. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.